What's good, everybody? It's Brian, aka the Black Packer, back again today with another video update on some dreadlocks for y'all ass. Like, I'm trying to stay consistent. Y'all like that? Anyway, just wanted to talk to y'all about something that I did in my dreadlock journey that I would probably do differently if I had an opportunity, and that is in regards to interlocking my hair. So let's just talk about what interlocking is for the newbies. All right, what interlocking is you know, when you get one of these tools, it's like a latch hook, right? And you go underneath your dreadlock, you create like a little V, you pull it and pull it through, and then you come through on the other side, you get it, do the same thing all over again. And then what you're doing is basically creating like a series of knots at the root of your dreadlocks that helps it it makes it stronger, is what they say. And they also what it does just basically is it helps your hair lock up faster. So I know a lot of people who in the 1 year, 2 year mark, a lot of them start interlocking at that phase, as did I, because I was just like, oh man, I can do interlocking with my hair and it'll lock up faster, and that way I can do X, Y, and Z and all this other kind of stuff, right? Pause. What I would tell y'all is that in the beginning, my loctician, she told me, like, because I started noticing it too, is like, you know, when she'll go in, she'll be doing the interlocking and stuff like that, and I would notice that she would do it 1 month and then it would be like really tight, like almost it looked like she tied a knot in my hair almost. And then like my hair would grow, and then you'll see like, you know, it's not locked up or anything, and then she'll go in and do it again at the base, and then it looks like, you know, it start looking like don't you know when you have like Polish sausages that come through like the process and then they're like all linked together in separate sections? That's kind of how like my dreadlock started to look. And I would ask her, I would be like, hey, you know, at some point, like, will it loosen up at those areas and, you know, become succinct with like the rest of the lock, or is it always gonna look like that? And she would just be like, oh yeah, it'll always I mean, not always, she'd be like, yeah, it'll come to form with all of the rest of it, it'll loosen up and this, that, and another. So I was like, all right, cool. But then like years go by and then like it's not doing that. So I'm just like, damn, like I'm looking at my locks, and like at this point, like I've had my dreadlocks for years, and I'm just looking at all of the different inconsistencies, and like all of them didn't look like that so dramatically, but you could definitely feel the difference between like when I got it interlocked and when I got it retwisted, and what the consistency of the dreadlock was. Now, if you want just kind of like a more and this kind of goes into styling and stuff like that too, if you want more of a like a natural looking dreadlock and stuff like that, I would not recommend interlocking. And some people will argue and say that, well, interlocking looks more like a natural dreads because it's not like so perfectly formed and everything like that, or like kind of like a tube. It's kind of got like the different randomness to it, and I just personally, I didn't like it like that. Like, if that's one of the things that I would probably change about my hair if I could. It's not as bad, obviously. Over time it loosens up a little bit, but it's not going to loosen up to the point where you don't notice it at all. You could definitely still feel it. I can look at certain portions of my dreads and still see like, okay, I retwisted there, I interlocked there, and so on. But what I would say is that altogether, I would have just retwisted pretty much after year 1. I would probably interlock maybe a little bit in the beginning just to get it, I guess, like a good foundation of it locking and stuff, because I know that that's one of the main pain points in the beginning, is getting your tips to lock, so then that way you don't have to be scared for them to, you know, from rubbing out and everything. But I would have just retwisted the whole entire time after that and just never fuck with interlocking again, because not only did I like not like the texture as much, but even in spots that I see that are breaking and stuff like that, the loose points are usually at the part where the hair is getting really thin, and those really thin tight spots is where the interlocking process was happening. So I would just say that's a warning to all y'all out there interlocking your hair. You know, is it the worst thing ever if you stay on top of it, you stay consistent and stuff like that? Can it be okay? Yeah, like I'm not gonna tell you not to do it, but I'm just gonna put a warning out there and say that you will get better results, in my opinion, if you just palm rolled your hair from probably the year and a half mark, if you can tolerate it, on out. You have your locks will just be more uniform. You know, they're going to be smoother, they're going to be more uniform, and it, you know, overall good experience. You know, you don't have to worry about as much breakage. I be harping on breakage, man, because I swear, every time like one of my dreadlocks, you know, break off or gets thin, I swear, like, I get a tiny tear. Y'all remember that commercial from the 80s with the Indian? That's what happened to me. Anyway, I hope y'all get some information, you know, some good, you know, information from this or whatever. Take it with a grain of salt as always. But again, if you like the content, I appreciate it. Make sure you hit that subscribe button. Make sure you hit that notification button for the updates. Like I said, I got some stuff rolling out to y'all. So until next time, peace.